Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Vanessa. In this video, I'll be doing mostly a voiceover of my travel from Johannesburg, South Africa to Windhoek, Namibia. Let's go. So from the airport, we needed to get on a bus to the actual plane. We took South African Airlines. Essentially, this bus takes you to the plane, and the plane was not connected to, as you can see what I'm pointing at there. Usually, you don't have to go outside depending on which terminal the plane is in. Um, yeah, so the bus was pretty straightforward, and we can also see that this machine is actually holding people's luggages, food that they load on the plane. And it's very interesting to see right on the ground as you're about to get on the plane. Nothing. Oh wow, I'm not the only one. Yay! Yeah, right. What? This is my first time flying on South African Airlines. I'm really interested to see what food they have for me on this plane. Hi.
Boarding pass, thank you.
Hello. Thank you. Actually, there were a lot of empty seats. I would say it was a medium full plane. And if you don't know, South African Airlines was actually on hold, if I can say, for quite some time. And this is their relaunch. They have just reopened the airline. And I believe these are their old planes before they were shut down for some time. So you can kind of see the difference of the style of the plane versus what you may ride today. However, it was still uh, not too bad in terms of comfort. It was still a good plane.
At www.salvana.com. Ladies and gentlemen, please note that this is a non-smoking flight and it is an offense to smoke on board. All toilets are monitored, and smoke detectors and offenders will be prosecuted. As a safety is our main concern, we would like to familiarize you with some of the safety features of this aircraft. But if you are a regular traveler, please take note of these important safety features. Kindly note that the use of personal headsets is permitted while the safety demonstration is in progress. This Airbus 320 has 4 emergency exits, 4 overwing exits. All exits are clearly marked and we'll be pointing them out to you now.
Actually, this pilot was very good. I didn't even realize that we left the ground until I looked out the window and saw that we were no longer on the ground and we were in the air. I was very impressed by that. I think my favorite part about flying is seeing the landscaping of the different countries while traveling. It makes you wonder just how huge this world actually is because those small buildings that we see in through the window are actually huge when we're on the ground, but through the window they look like ants. I guess that's what we might look like to God if you believe in Him, which I hope you do. They also have these TVs that show you where you're flying, and the time that it'll take to get to your destination. This was your ticket. They gave us an option of, I believe, chicken or beef, and this is the one that I chose. It was pretty good. So it looked like we were getting close now to landing. So the screen is now telling us a little bit about the city which we are landing in Namibia. And it was a really smooth flight and beautiful skies. So when flying from South Africa to Namibia, tickets range from about 100 USD up to maybe maximum 230 USD return, meaning going and coming back. So it's quite reasonable for international travel, since the countries are neighboring countries. And the flight takes about, they say 2 hours, but it felt like an hour and 30 minutes. It felt like we took off and landed in like 20 minutes. It was really fast. Guys, Namibia is massive. It is huge, absolutely huge. Namibia is also home of the oldest desert in the world. Once again, the landing, as you even saw on camera, was perfect. I've been on some planes where we landed and it felt like we shook the whole plane, and those are not fun, so this was definitely a pleasant experience.
come to a conference store and we have switched off the seatbelt light. You may landing the aircraft through the front exit. Be careful when you open the overhead lockers as some items might have shifted during landing, and also make sure that you have all your personal possessions with you. Do not smoke until you are in a designated smoking area. If you need help during examination,
I thought somebody was singing. Based on first impression, this country just looks massively clean, massive in size and super duper clean. Like, wow, gorgeous. Thanks. Thank you.
Ooh, we are recorded here.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the plane was huge and the weather was beautiful. I don't think I've ever landed in the US and walked to the airport. We usually go through, those tunnels that are typically connected to the plane. So this is again similar to what we did in South Africa where we boarded the bus. However, here they don't have much international traffic, so we were able to just park closer to the airport and walk in. And before we tried to take a few pictures, however, we quickly noticed that the security is a bit more strict on cameras, so I wasn't able to film too much of this area. So after going through security and border control, where they actually asked quite a lot of questions, even though we were both traveling with Malawian passports, they asked quite a lot of questions. I believe Namibia is very, very orderly, I can say, so it is a good thing for the most part, and most people were very nice as well. And we were able to get a airport taxi who helped us with our bags to take us to our hotel. Shade, why am I using this heavy one?
Person don't want to pay. What else can I do?
So do you also give rides to different places?
Sorry?
Like, do you also give transport to different places?
Everywhere in Namibia,
Alright.
even outside of Namibia.
Okay. There he is. He's always on a business call trying to make business, that one. Thank you. Wow, so Namibia is just like very far. The city is very far from the airport. That's what I quickly found out, but the roads are beautiful. As well as the views to the city. Off of first impression, it seems like most people in Namibia follow all the rules. This is one of the police checks from the airport, and our taxi driver definitely checked if we had on our seatbelts before passing through that police check. The drive from the airport to town was about 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, we should get one. God willing.
They said here most people. Due to the wind, it was a little bit hard to record our conversation, but some parts you'll definitely be able to hear them. Our taxi driver was showing us a little bit of the different neighborhoods as we passed through on our way to the airport. What language do you speak in Namibia?
We have 7 language difference.
Okay.
Yeah. And we use too much English and Afrikaans.
In Afrikaans?
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. I noticed a lot of the houses that we passed had solar panels to use solar energy, which I think is great for Namibia. As you can see, it's very sunshine, a lot of sunshine. So this is one of the new developments that are open for buyers. If interested, if you could see over those trees. taxi driver was explaining to us that the city is sort of built at the top of a mountain, and because of that, that's why the airport is so far away because there's no space there to build that airport. That's why they had to go farther away. So as we're driving, we're kind of going up to where the city is.
In the city center, 45 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Very far.
Also, it's like we're at the top of the mountain there.
Yes, that's why there's no place to make an airport.
Oh.
So that's why they are going to make there far.
Okay.
Because there, the place is very good.
It's flat.
Here is just in Windhoek, you got to see in Windhoek itself.
Yeah.
That's up and down.
Okay.
Mountain is
Yeah.
a mountain.
Yeah, the airport is quite a ways from the city. I was mostly enjoying these beautiful, beautiful views of Namibia. It's beautiful, and actually you can feel peace in the air. If you've ever been to Namibia or you're from Namibia and you've left and came back, you know what I mean when I say you can feel peace in this country. Just to give you all a sense of how long it took to get to the hotel, I kept a few of these clips in for the landscape and just so you can see how beautiful the country is. Within Namibia, they actually have a beach as well. Uh, Again, the country is quite large. As we were getting closer to the city center, I started to see a lot more development. If you're still here, please comment down below that you like the longer videos, as this is a new style that I'm trying out based on a little bit of feedback that I received from my loyal subscribers. So this was another neighborhood that we could see within Namibia. Quite interesting. A lot of the plots have a lot of space. As we approached the city, we could also see that the town is very clean, very tidy. Even the vehicles look very well maintained, as well as the residential places and companies. As this is the capital of Namibia, we were told that it is a very tourist-heavy location, and we could tell that it's very tourist-friendly as well, which is very nice.
Zie ne?
Yes. So now we approached our hotel where we'll be staying during our trip.
Everything is just like a desert.
Nice, nice place.
Seems
This is very clean, no such things. It's very good.
nice.
I think the next time you will come back.
Yeah, we will come again.
Okay, right. See you soon.
All right.
Okay.
Anytime come.
Thank you, Moses.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome to Namibia.
Yes. Hello. So they told us that our room was not yet ready. They were fully booked, so we had to wait and decided to go and get some coffee while we wait. Room isn't ready yet, so going to a place to eat. Hi, is this a coffee place?
Yes, you can just use the interest.
Oh, thank you. So I went to go check the prices of these restaurants, and I think it was dinner prices. So I decided to go somewhere more affordable. So I liked that car, and eventually, just around the corner, we found this place called Seattle Coffee Company, and I was able to have a snack there. Which is the nice thing about Namibia is you can actually use rand. The Namibian currency is equal to the South African rand, so they go 1-in-1. However, I hear that the Namibian currency is not always accepted in South Africa. You may have to exchange for South African rand. And this meal right here was about 50 rand, which is about maybe $4, give or take, in $4. The views were absolutely gorgeous from just sitting at this coffee house as well. Finally, our room was ready about 2 p.m. and the staff helped us with our bags. Cute. What else is beautiful? This one? Okay. Oh, wow, beautiful. I believe we call this a mini bar. So the mini bar had some still water, tea, coffee, That's the water. They put it in this fancy glass, which makes you feel like you're drinking something else, but it's water. And then there's a small sink here. The tap does get hot as well, and the kettle, and a coffee machine. I really like the attention to detail in this hotel, and they also had a very nice mini fridge that can just hold, the small stuff, and there's creamer inside as well. The closets were also well maintained, and just everything was seemingly high end. Outside, they gave us our own seating area and patio, and the bathroom. They had a few things which you may need while traveling as well. And the shower was nice. Nice rain shower. So due to a lot of travel, I decided to have some tea and do some work. If you don't know, I work as well as a consultant. So I was doing some work and I ordered some food. I ordered Indian food. They had a delivery app, which I will link down below if you're ever visiting Namibia. The nice thing about this delivery app is they allow you to pay in cash upon delivery, which makes it easy if you have an international bank.
Okay, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good evening.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this longer video. See you soon.